Hello, I am David Valentine, Chief of Police for the City of Santa Ana. As part of our ongoing effort to promote transparency, the Santa Ana Police Department has produced this critical incident community briefing video to provide you general information known to date regarding a critical incident that involved our officers. Typically, these briefings focus on incidents where our officers used force while carrying out their official duties. It is my clear expectation that all members of the Santa Ana Police Department recognize and respect the value of all human life and dignity without prejudice to anyone. As such, our training platform places a strong emphasis on de-escalation tactics whenever possible. The intent of this video is not to draw conclusions, but rather to provide insight into the event as it evolved with known information. My training division will now provide you a brief overview of the incident, understanding that our focus is to conduct complete, thorough, and objective investigations into these incidents. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Matt Sorensen, Training Division Commander for the Santa Ana Police Department. What you are about to view is a critical incident community video briefing. Whenever we have a critical incident, we want to share as much information as possible as soon as the investigation allows. The intent of these briefings is to provide the public with open and transparent communication regarding officer-involved critical incidents. These briefings are based on the facts as we know them at the time of the video briefing and are based on information obtained from numerous sources, including but not limited to dispatch audio, video evidence, and witness or victim statements. The Santa Ana Police Department takes the use of force by its officers very seriously and conducts thorough investigations into these incidents, oftentimes in conjunction with other investigative agencies. These investigations typically require interviews with numerous witnesses, the review of video and audio evidence, and the analysis of an extensive amount of forensic evidence. As a result, these investigations can take over a year to complete. At this point in the investigation, no conclusions have been drawn with regard to whether our officers acted in a manner consistent with policies and/or the law. Please be advised, critical incidents are often high stress and emotional for those involved. As a result of this stress and emotion, audio and video recordings may contain strong language and digital images may be graphic. As a warning, some viewers may find these videos disturbing and they are not suitable for children.
Hello, I'm Sergeant Gary Cuso of the Santa Ana Police Department Training Division. I'm going to give you a brief overview of an incident that happened on Monday, January 20th, 2020. At approximately 3:26 p.m., Santa Ana Police 911 Center received a call from a female reporting that 5 females ranging from ages 13 to 21 had been sexually assaulted. The reporting party came to the police station to speak with officers. After conducting interviews with the victims, the suspect was identified as Miguel Seguro Mercado. At about 10:56 p.m., officers responded to the 10300 block of La Hacienda Avenue in the city of Fountain Valley to arrest Mr. Mercado for the alleged felony crimes. Officers from the Santa Ana Police Department are issued body-worn cameras to be worn at chest level to provide a general perspective of the officer. When the body-worn camera is activated, it goes back 30 seconds and starts recording. During this pre-record buffer, audio is not captured. This feature is designed to capture police activity that occurs suddenly. It is important to understand that the body-worn camera can at times be obscured by an officer's actions. In a moment, you will see relevant body-worn camera footage of the officers waiting for someone to answer the door at the residence. Initial contact is then made with the suspect's mother. After receiving permission to enter the residence, contact was established with Mr. Mercado. A request was made for Mr. Mercado to come speak with officers. He subsequently walked into a patio area. Officers again asked him to come towards them, but ultimately, Mr. Mercado tried to flee by climbing over a patio wall. Officers grabbed him, and a struggle to detain him began. During the struggle with Mr. Mercado, he pulled out a handgun. Santa Ana police officers then drew their weapons, and an officer-involved shooting occurred. Mr. Mercado's mother was on the patio during the shooting, and she tried speaking with her son. She grabbed her wounded son and picked up his gun. Officers made several requests for her to drop the gun. When efforts to persuade Mercado's mother to drop the gun failed, an officer deployed his taser as means to gain her compliance. The taser deployment was effective, and the officers were able to secure the firearm. The taser is a conducted energy less lethal weapon that is issued to officers and is carried on their duty belts. Once fired, the taser releases 2 bar probes intended to attach to a person's skin or clothing. The probes are connected to the taser by thin insulated wire. When activated and properly attached to a person's skin or clothing, the taser causes uncontrollable muscle contractions and reduces ability to perform voluntary movements. We will now see relevant body-worn camera footage from the primary responding officer. During the struggle, the officer's body-worn camera is knocked off his uniform. At this point, you will only be able to hear audio.
Hi, how you doing, ma'am? Sorry to wake you tonight. We're looking at, wanting to speak to Miguel. Miguel? Sí, ¿está aquí? ¿Podemos platicar con él? ¿Por dónde está? ¿Nos permite paso para hablar con él? ¿Por dónde está? Oh, sir. Hey, Miguel?
Yes.
Hey, Santa Ana Police, do you mind coming out and talk to us, please?
Sure.
Wait, no, coming out this way, man.
Yeah.
Hey, nope. Wait a minute. No, no, no.
Gun!
Drop the gun!
Here is another view from the assisting officer's body-worn camera.
¿Está aquí? Sí. ¿Podemos platicar con él? ¿Por dónde está? ¿Nos permite paso para hablar con él? ¿Por dónde está? Hey, Miguel?
Yes.
Hey, Santa Ana Police, do you mind coming out and talk to us, please?
Sure.
Wait, no, coming out this way, man.
Yeah.
Hey, nope.
Hey, gun!
Drop the gun! Drop the gun, dude!
Man, back up. Back up, man, so we can help him. Back up so we can help him. Ma'am, drop the...
Señora, le queremos ayudar a su hijo.
Ma'am, throw the gun. Throw the gun on the ground.
Fuera, señor.
Drop the gun.
Señora, ven aquí.
Suelta la pistola. Suelta la pistola.
Pistola, señora. Suelta la pistola, señora.
Señora, la pistola.
Suelta la pistola, señora.
Mom has it in her left hand. Señora, suelta la pistola.
Taser.
Hey, keep lethal on the taser.
What's up?
I'm a tase her.
All right.
Drop the gun, ma'am.
Tira la pistola, señora.
Ma'am.
Tira la pistola.
Okay, she dropped it. She dropped it. Okay.
All right.
Hold on.
Acá atrás. Señora.
Here's a picture of the firearm that Mr. Mercado was carrying. At the time of his arrest, it was registered in his name. After the shooting, officers requested assistance, and the Fountain Valley Fire Department responded and transported Mr. Mercado to a local hospital. Mr. Mercado was pronounced deceased upon arrival to the hospital. Miguel Seguro Mercado was a 31-year-old resident of Fountain Valley with no criminal history.
It is our desire to be transparent during these investigations by sharing information with the public about critical incidents. For the next several months, 2 concurrent and independent investigations will be conducted. The Orange County District Attorney's Office will continue to investigate any possible criminal conduct by the officers involved, and the Santa Ana Police Department Internal Affairs Division will conduct an investigation into whether our officers followed departmental policies and procedures. The investigative units will continue interviewing any new witnesses that may come forward and complete forensic tests. Upon the conclusion of the investigations, the Orange County District Attorney's Office will determine what, if any, charges should be filed. Thank you for taking the time to watch this critical incident community video briefing.